Hi, this is Barry Leadham, and I'm coming to you once again from Sacramento, California, this time to talk about how to become a professional networker, which is an essential skill and mechanism to constantly fill your prospect funnel so you never run out of people to talk to. So if you want to learn how to become a master networker, stay there. I'll be right back. Network marketing isn't just an industry, it's a profession. And if you master the skills necessary to become a professional and then take these skills into action consistently, it's a career choice. However, only about 15% of people are successful and only 5% or less are top earners, which means the majority of people are just not making it. So what's going on here? I mean, what's the problem? And when I say problem, I'm talking about more like a math problem, like an equation. So what I'm getting at is, what's the variable in the equation that makes people successful or not? Well, if some people are successful at marketing your company's products, but you're not, is that the product's fault? And if some people are making a lot of money in your company, but you're not, is that the compensation plan's fault? Every single person in your company has the same product and the same compensation plan, right? So the only variable and element in the equation that is different from those people who are successful is you. The hard truth is you're the only difference between success or failure in your business. So you need to take full responsibility for your business and make a decision never to blame anyone or anything else ever again for your lack of results, because everything changes when you take full responsibility for your network marketing career. It begins and ends with you. There are three kinds of people in network marketing: professionals, amateurs, and wannabes. Wannabes treat this profession like a lottery ticket, like a roulette wheel, and they roll the dice again and again, trying to hit it big with as little effort as possible, and with little results, if any. Amateurs treat their business as a project or a hobby and put in a little more effort, but focus on many different things, like placing great importance on luck and timing and positioning and shortcuts and gimmicks and ping pong back and forth between them, trying to make it happen with only short-term, non-sustaining results. Now, professionals are people who learn skills, practice skills, and thus become experts at the skills necessary to build a large and successful organization. These skills are networking, education, sponsoring, and coaching. And all these skills overlap into the skill of communication. Now, I just covered a lot of communication skills in developing trust and rapport in my last 5 videos, which is part of education and sponsoring skills I just mentioned. And the very best top industry communication skills and scripts that will change your business forever can be found in my free gift link in the upper right-hand corner of my website. But today, I'm going to be focusing on a skill that is the lifeblood of your business, which keeps your business alive, and that is becoming a master networker. If you don't network, or you do but don't do it correctly, you're not going to have a consistent, steady flow of people to prospect, and your business won't get off the ground, or if it does, it will slowly decline. As you now know, it's not a good idea to mention or even invite your prospect to view your information unless you've established adequate rapport beforehand. And rapport may need to be established in more than one meeting by becoming a master networker. Then, when the timing is right, ask your new friend if they'd like to view your product or business information so they can move forward and make a decision. But you need to be honest with yourself and check the kind of networker you currently are and what kind of networker you want to become. There are three kinds of networkers. Number one, wannabe networkers. These networkers make a mental list of about 4 to 6 people, maybe 10, that they hope will join their business, and their entire career is based on the response and actions of these few people. Actually, 8 out of 10 people in network marketing fill this category and never develop the skills necessary to become top earners, and usually quit. Number two, amateur networkers. These networkers make a written list of about 60 to 80 people, sometimes 100, which is a great step in the right direction. Then you charge out into the world with a lot of enthusiasm, but not a lot of skill. You begin prospecting and talking to people, but because you don't have the necessary skills, your list gets smaller and smaller as your anxiety gets higher and higher, because your biggest fear is running out of people to talk to or not having the courage to prospect the right quality people. But what amateurs don't realize is that finding quality people to prospect who will build a huge business for you is a learned skill. Number three, professional networkers. Now, these networkers consider finding people to talk to as one of their main skills. They're not interested in luck, shortcuts, or gimmicks, and they're certainly not worried about running out of people to talk to either, because they've already developed the necessary skills to make sure that never happens. Professionals start off with a written list and then make a commitment, then never stop adding to the list, what I call their perpetual prospect list. So the first thing to do to become a master networker is right now, right here today, and for the rest of your life, start making a contact list of everyone you meet, and then find a creative way to stay in touch with them. First, get to know them by asking about their form. Remember what that stands for? Family, occupation, recreation, and motivation. Next, get their contact information by finding a reason to stay in touch with them. By saying something like, after you establish rapport, in my business, I network with people because I might be able to refer a customer to you sometime, or you might have one for me. Do you mind if I stay in touch with you for that reason? Or if you're talking about something, well, let's just say something on left field, like, oh, the other day I was actually asking this lady about her knitting project, and I said something like, you know, my colleague at work likes to knit too, and she's always looking for someone to talk to about her projects and her technique. You know how a live person is better to talk to than Google, right? Only say what's true though. Then ask for their contact info and stay in touch by showing genuine interest in them and their lives. Did you notice how I used the phrase, you know how? Like I showed you in my video, 3 strategies to build trust and rapport to get your message heard. As you may recall, this phrase prepares your prospect's subconscious mind to believe what you're going to tell them before you tell them. So don't forget to use all your communication skills in your arsenal. The next thing to do is stay in touch with your prospects by using a combination of face-to-face contact, telephone, snail mail, email, and even social media. Then at least 2 times a month, creatively share something that interests them in their lives, whether it's about their family, occupation, recreation, or motivation. But don't ever spam people with a link to your business without their consent. You can share an article, a book, a magazine about an area in their span of interest, or refer them a customer. Mail them a card for their birthday, or invite them to a non-business event, or even recommend a good restaurant or a movie that you saw if it's in their area of interest. And gradually, step by step, build trust and rapport, then eventually educate and lead them to a decision to work with you in your network marketing business. I guarantee you, if you add 1 to 2 people a day to your list and stay in touch with them, in a year's time, your business will exponentially explode. But the sad fact is, less than 5% of you will do this. So why don't you begin today? I mean, look at the year's going to pass by whether you begin making a list or not. And you're already spending your valuable time right now getting good at something, right? So isn't it fair to you and your family that the end result of your time investment or the next year dramatically increases your quality of life and gives you more personal freedom? So make Make a commitment right now to become a master networker by beginning your perpetual prospect list today. This is Barry Leadham signing off. Again, if you enjoyed this video and got value from it, please feel free to like it or share it or leave me a comment. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.